Hi, everybody. Welcome to Queers and Soaps. I'm Tommy, and today I'm joined by Eric.
Mean Julie. Mean.
We are finally starting Days 1984. I projected it 8 months too soon, apparently. It took us 8 months to get here.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so I will roll the credits and we'll jump right into it. So,
Has it been that long? Has it been 8 months since we did this?
no, it hasn't been 8 months since we did this, but I was thinking when we first started doing Classic Days that we would start 84 in January, and now we're in August. The end of
Yeah,
August.
things happen. Things come up.
Yeah. So last we left off, Hope had ran after Bo because they had a fight at her party, and he got a little drunk at, I want to say Shenanigans is the name of the bar that he lives under.
Yeah.
So she eventually finds him at his apartment. They confess their feelings to each other. He carries her to the bed. They will say allegedly made love at this point. Somebody can correct me in the comments.
Yeah.
And Doug comes running after her and he's like banging on the door. So they get decent. She puts her dress back on. He puts his shirt on. He answers. And Doug was just like flying off the handle like a maniac. He did not want to think about his daughter being in bed with Bo Brady.
Nope. He was pissed.
He was saying he was rude. He treats her like shit pretty much. He caused a scene at her party. She was rude by leaving her guests.
Yeah.
Now,
It was a
did you know it
mess.
was going to happen? Like in the lore of Days, did you know that this happened? That he like had a heart attack?
No.
Oh,
I
you didn't?
didn't know that he hated him as much. No, because I don't remember them ever talking about it. Because they always talk about the past or whatever. I don't
Yeah,
remember them ever saying like Doug and Julie had this much of a problem with Bo and Hope in the beginning. I had no idea.
yeah. You had
I
made a
always thought it.
comment, I think, at the end of the last one. They were like, and they made love, and now they're like all happy or whatever. You said something, and I was like, oh, he doesn't know. Heart attack is coming.
No, I had no idea. I was like, really?
Yeah. Saying, Hope is like making deals with God like they do on Days. Like, if you just
Yes.
get them through this, I'll never see Bo again or whatever.
No, she didn't say that. She
No, she
said,
didn't
"I'll
say that, but it
never,
reminded me of like Chloe made a similar thing with God.
I'll never make him angry again," is what she said. Because
Okay.
I thought the same thing. I thought she was going to say she would never see Bo again, but she wants to see Bo again. She don't care.
Hmm. Um, there were a few moments where I felt like the acting was very bad.
With
not
Julie.
not always bad, but like theatrical. Bad with Melissa. So Melissa shows up at Shenanigans with her date. Who is it? Just me, or does he like resemble Don Diamont, like a young Don Diamont?
I didn't get
That was the
that.
vibe I was getting from him. And we will see Don Diamont this year. He comes to Days for the year.
I don't think I didn't know he was on.
Yeah. This was before YNR. Um, but yeah, so she's at Shenanigans, and she's like always so nice to Pete, but Pete's always like trying to play it cool, like tough guy.
He's so annoying.
And I just have to laugh at this because Pete's like, I don't need to take this. I'm gonna go hang out with the Vipers. And
Yeah.
Chris the chick's like, the hell you are? You're gonna sit down.
Wait, let me read my note. I put Pete says he's sorry, and he's like, "I'm a viper." When that's exactly my note. I wrote
And
the
then he
same
goes to
thing.
get up, and Chris is like, sit, like he's a dog.
Yeah, and he's breaking dishes everywhere. I'm like, really? Would you tolerate that? I'd be like, dude, no, get out.
Like, why would you
But
mess
I
up
guess,
your opportunity to get your life together? Like,
yeah, I mean, I guess I get it because like, and that's why Chris is putting up with it, and Danny later on. Like I get it. They're trying to be cool with him. They're just, and Danny's just like, sweep it up, and he's like, all right, fine, I'll sweep it up.
oh
And
yeah,
I
there's
remember he
Danny.
breaks.
Remember when I was like, I'm not sure Danny's in '84.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even when he breaks the dishes again later on, he's like, I'll get the broom. I'm like, why are you
Like he just
breaking the
has to have
fucking
a temper
dishes?
tantrum, and then he's like, "All right, I'll clean it up."
Right. What is your problem? Like, I mean, whatever. I know he comes from disturbing parents and whatever, so you try to give it up to them. But if he needs to stop, get it together. Is he in
um,
therapy? Is he seeing Marlena? I forget.
or Sandy.
Oh,
There was
I
a
don't know if
scene
she's
because I was
around.
like, I wasn't sure. It was like again, it was Marlena, but I thought it was Sandy at first. I think last time I thought Sandy was Marlena, and now it was the opposite.
I
At
don't
one
know what my
point,
problem is with Marie and Gwen. I can't do it.
you
So
can't get the
Marie,
name straight.
Marie was on, and I'm like, okay, what's Gwen doing there? And then, and then like Tony gave his flower. No, Alex. Alex gave his flower to her, and I'm like, and then she said Dad, and I'm like, oh, Marie. It's like, damn it.
Um,
It's the hair. It's the hair. It's the hair because they don't have
but
the same face. I
they,
just can't. I don't
I
know.
guess it's the hair. They also don't look the same age. Gwen looks like she's in her
Yeah,
30s.
I get it, but it's hair for me. I just can't. I guess I'm face blind or hair blind. I don't know.
If you're ever confused, if she's in a scene with Larry Welch, it's most likely Gwen. Because they
With
have a little
Larry,
something brewing right there. I think she's pretty much done with Alex Marshall.
she should be. He treats her like shit.
Yeah. Um so now she's gonna start, well, he's running for office, mayor, senate,
Yeah.
something like that. But currently he's the DA. Um I don't quite remember how him and Hope get involved, and I don't know why Doug and Julie are okay with it if they're not okay
Wait,
with Bo.
who?
Um I don't know how Hope and Larry end up getting married.
Oh, well, now they're bonding. So that's why I was like, wait, what do you mean? They're like together all the time.
Hope?
Hope and Larry, yeah, in these
Oh.
episodes. You saw it, right?
No, I
What, am I
did. I just
crazy?
didn't. I don't know. I guess I just didn't read it as bonding because
I
I'm still
did. He
dealing
was
with Doug's heart attack.
Well, yeah, but he's like there every step of the way. He was there for her in like the first episode we watched, and he was there. He's like making
It's so
sure, and he's like,
creepy though. If it gives off like
yeah,
pedophile vibes.
yeah. Well, right now, I think he's just being there for her, like, because she needs somebody, and Bo wasn't around. He was just like stepping back without telling anybody. The fool.
Hmm.
Um, but I think that's why. I guess that's why it happens. But yeah, I don't know why her parents would be okay with that, or
So since you
Julie.
can't tell Marie and Gwen apart, did you not know who it was with Howie Hofstadter when he was
Yes, I know
like,
it was Marie.
"Oh, you knew it was Marie"? Okay,
Once I figure it out, I'm okay. But it
okay.
takes me a minute to get back into it after we don't watch for a while.
They have like these random scenes together. I want to say they become romantically involved, but I'm not really sure. I don't
Well,
remember.
I don't see that at all. Like, 'cause she just hates him. She's like, he wants free advice because she's a nurse, and she's just like, get
Yeah,
me
when she
away from
said
this
she was a
guy.
nurse, I forgot she was a nurse.
Yeah, I didn't know. I had no idea. I was like, oh, okay, she's a nurse.
I was like,
Okay,
that makes sense. She's a Horton. She would be in the hospital. So,
right. But
because
yeah, he's
I
just
have it
like,
stuck in my head that she became a nun at some point.
me too, actually, because I'm like, isn't this the nun? But I didn't know if
Mhm.
that happened, or I don't know where we're at with her, so I didn't know if she
That
still was
happened in
on.
the 70s, I think,
Oh, so it did happen already.
because it was after she realized. So, Tommy Horton was the one that went to war and was presumed dead, and then he came back to town, but he had a different identity because he had amnesia. And I think Marie got romantically involved with him, but then when they found out that they were brother and sister, she kind of lost it and she became a nun.
Hmm.
So it may have even happened in the 60s.
Well,
I don't know. I don't. William J. Bell was writing back then, so you don't know. It could have been like YNR. It could have took 10 years to tell that story.
yeah, right. So why
um,
did she become a not nun?
I don't know, because then at some point, I don't know if it was retconned, she became involved with Alex Marshall. and I think that's how they have Jessica.
Well, that's a big difference from
Right. Right. Well,
like,
Alex Marshall has been on since like 1974, so maybe it happened on screen.
hmm, interesting. I'll have to
Um,
look that up in my book, read
oh, you have a
about it.
book?
Yeah, I got the 35th anniversary days book.
35th anniversary.
Yeah, nice.
Okay. um, so were there any standout characters for you that you liked?
Julie, mean Julie.
Me and Julie. Okay, she was very theatrical.
Yes, that's what I was saying. I thought you were talking about her. Hope I thought was pretty good in these, and I was really upset for her. I texted you. I was like, I'm tearing up for Hope here. She won't let her see her dad.
Yeah, that was mean. And I couldn't tell if it was because they didn't want her to agitate him or if he was saying he didn't want to see her.
It made no sense because he said, Hope, how's Hope? And his heart rate starts going up. And I'm like, what? Like, why would, like, this is what he wants to see his daughter. Like,
Mhm.
maybe, I'm sure Hope will lie, and not say she's with Bo if he's in critical condition. You have to tell him, tell her that. She don't know. She's
Right.
18. I was very mad and upset. I was like, I have a lot of feelings. I got to get them out.
She did I did like the scenes though when Bo was at the hospital and Julie like was like cutting her eyes at Bo and like she's a good actress. It's just it comes off very operatic.
Yeah, she's good, but yeah. And she
um
pissed me off so that she did her job. So I'm like, all right.
like I did like when Hope was like, I love Bo and I'm gonna be with him. She's like, don't you know what it's like to be love somebody so much that you just can't be away from them? And Julie was like, the man that I love is laying in that bed dying.
Right. And Hope felt bad, but Hope felt exactly how I felt in these scenes, I feel like. Like she kept handling her exactly how I would have. Like 'cause she knows that she has to let Julie deal with this and she's trying not to be bad. She's like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. And then they start fighting because Julie is mad at her, but I
Mhm.
guess she's not really getting it out. But I guess when Bo comes along later, and she's like, I want to talk to you, and Hope's like, well, I'm going too. And she's like, fine, whatever.
I think Julie's supposed to be like her mother figure, but at the end of the day, they are sisters and they're gonna fight like sisters. So there is that
Right.
element also.
I mean, I like the drama of it. It just annoys me. Like, I'm like, can't you see? Like, I don't understand. Right? He's clearly getting upset not seeing his daughter. So how is keeping her away going to help anything?
Yeah.
When she met with Bo and Hope, she should have said, listen, can you just pretend not to be together in front of your dad because he's in critical condition? That's exactly how to handle that.
Right.
That was all out of all these episodes of that was like annoying. I'm like, that's all you had to say to her. I'm sure she would have been fine with that. It's her dad. You know what I mean?
Rewinding a little bit because I didn't actually spit it out what I wanted to say that was bad acting. When Melissa found out about Doug, she was just like, "Oh no, Doug had a heart attack." Like it was just so like I was like, "That was bad, girl. That was bad delivery."
Put me in there. I could do better. Um,
Oh,
yeah, I
speaking.
didn't.
Go ahead.
Oh no, you're fine. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say. Speaking of annoying, Anna's back to getting on my nerves again.
Well, she wants to. She's over it, dude. It's probably only been a week, but it's been like months for us. She's on the run or hiding in the library. She's over it. She wants her stuff. She wants her makeup, and she wants to look pretty and beauty supplies. I get it. Why couldn't she get that in the first place? I don't understand.
So yeah, so she like tries to escape through the library and she sets off the alarm. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
just like,
didn't know there was an alarm
I'm just like
in the
fucking Anna. You're
library.
always fucking shit up.
Yeah, I was confused too. She kind of fooled me when because she had like even though she wasn't like she was like oh I'm like dressed up and she only had glasses on. What
Uh,
else? Like a scarf and like a jacket. And I was like, "Is that Anna?" It took me like a minute.
No, it's not me.
So she did fool me. I was like, okay, maybe she would have fooled everybody. She fooled me. I wasn't positive.
So I think Alex Marshall's mansion is supposed to be the Zamara mansion.
Okay.
I'm not really sure. Um, because we see Bo in the tunnels, and I think that's supposed to be the tunnels that run under the Zamara mansion. I'm not really sure.
Him
The
in the
tunnels
tunnels
play a big
cracked
part
me
in the
up.
80s because Eugene uses the tunnels to hide out a lot when he's accused of things he didn't do.
I use them often.
Yeah. Speaking of Eugene, he got a haircut. He looked good.
Yeah.
He's talking about his Lonely Hearts Club again.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I was like, yep, the Lonely Hearts.
I love Eugene.
Um,
I can't wait for Calliope to come on. They're hilarious together.
does this Lonely Hearts Club ever come to fruition?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it was started in like November and we're still hearing about it, but nothing's happening. So I'm like,
Oh, it's
what is
around
this
for a
about?
while. I think it's around until like July, maybe August.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
it's
seems
a thing.
fun.
I think he's in it. He runs it, but he's also in it because
Right.
I think that's how he meets Calliope. I think they
Oh,
go on a
okay.
date.
Nice.
um. So yeah. Uh. Who am I missing? Oh, so the tunnels. So Bo is going through the tunnels, and he's like, I couldn't tell what he was doing. He set up like a device to like eavesdrop on Alex Marshall.
Right.
What was he? Was he recording, like trying to get dirt on him so that he could free Anna? Maybe.
I was confused too because I thought he was supposed to bug Alex Marshall, not stand there and record him for
Yeah,
however long he was there for. I was
yeah.
confused too. I guess he was recording because remember he went back with the tape later. So
And I was like, "Oop, guy from Dallas," like the actor that was in the scene with
Ty,
Alex.
yeah, yeah. I forgot his name too, but then he called him Tyler, and I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
Ty. Again, if we don't watch for a while, I forget things, forget names and such. Yeah.
So Julie was your favorite in this?
No, she wasn't my favorite. I was pissed.
Um,
She pissed
then,
me
then
off.
why are you mean Julie and not Hope?
Because why would I be Hope?
Because you
She
love
was a
Hope.
good one. I don't know. Jolie just pissed me off, and it made no sense. Even the doctors made no sense to me. They should have said something too. Like, let him see his daughter. He's dying. Like, what are you doing?
um, Liz still has amnesia. Um, it's really starting
Mm,
to annoy me because I could have sworn she would have got it back around Christmas from memory.
no
So
Christmas
now I'm like,
miracle
I don't
this
know what
year.
happens.
Maybe an Easter miracle.
Oh, did you notice? I can't remember her name. The maid and Tony.
Oh, what
Tony
was her
made a
name?
phone. Tony
Fiona?
made a phone call.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be Stefano that he's talking to.
Yeah, they call him Phoenix.
Right.
But I don't know why he would say it was Tony. Like, wouldn't he say his real name? I guess they don't want us to officially know yet. They just want him to think we're acting weird.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Andre's also very much about his art and being an actor, so maybe he's just like wants to immerse himself in
Mm,
the role of Tony.
probably. That makes sense. That really does.
um but yeah, that maid talks back to him like they're equals.
I don't know. I was a little nervous. I'm like, I think this Delia is gonna end up dead.
Delia's her name? I
Because
don't know. I wanted to call her Fiona for some reason.
no, I think it is
It
Delia.
is Delia. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I just because he's like, I want to talk to you alone later after she leaves or something. I was like, oh, he's gonna kill her.
Um,
I love Marlena Inez.
I feel like the first episode we watched was a little bit shorter, so there were scenes missing. Because I
Yeah,
recall there were signs that he was going to have a heart attack. Because I remember seeing him at the party, angry that Hope left, and he would like unloosen like his collar or whatever, and you just kind of saw little signs that he was like sweating already, so he was already agitated.
right.
I think I don't know if I'm remembering correctly. It may have even happened like in 1983 at the end. He started taking like a pill or something
Oh,
because maybe he felt like he had acid indigestion or something.
right.
They were like little things that they did to kind of show like something's not right with Doug's health right now, all
Hmm.
leading up to this heart attack happening. I even feel like when he was screaming at Bo, didn't he have like a napkin and he was like patting himself?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, there were like little things that they did, little acting choices they made.
yeah.
But yeah, so what did you think of the first week of '84?
It was good. We didn't finish. Anna came clean to Roman about her feelings,
And he was
so we
like,
knew that
"No."
she was. He was like, "What?"
He was like, "Nah, I don't feel the same way."
Yeah, it's like, sorry. And Marlena and Eugene happened to be at the library that they were. I'm confused by this library. Like, they're like, what are they on the other side of the wall of the library? I don't get it. I don't. It's
Yeah, it's like a trap door or something.
it's so weird. I'm like, why would you hide there? It's strange.
Because nobody would think to look at the library for two
I
fugitives.
like I like when Roman left to go see Bo at the docks for the meeting to give him the tape recorder. That cracked me up. And then they staged that fight.
Hmm.
That was funny. I like them. They're really good chemistry with as brothers. I really like it. I liked when Bo was mad before, and then I like how they're getting along now.
Hmm.
It's fun.
I almost wonder how, because when Bo comes back in 1990, John is Roman still. We we don't find out he's John until 91 or yeah 91.
Oh, okay.
So I wonder how like their brother chemistry was when it was Drake Hogerson
Yeah, I'm
and Peter.
curious too. Well, in a
It
few
always like
years we might
jars me
get
when I
one.
watch things before 91 and it's Drake Hogerson and they call him Roman. I'm like, what?"
Yeah. And then remember, Jean got those letters from Letitia, and that's why they were at the library looking for like cult stuff because they were
Hmm.
thinking that the killer is involved in a cult of some sort.
I liked Letitia. I'm mad that they killed her off.
I was confused that I don't know how a library would really help you understand. I guess maybe like they were trying to like read up on it to see how the deaths would go with the
Oh,
cult. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know.
I was trying to understand it.
Maybe I because the killer would leave a feather at the scene of every
Yeah.
murder.
Yeah, so maybe they're like thinking that might
um,
happen.
so yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't really have a reason, but I really like Liz. I just think she's so pretty.
Um, she is. Her story is kind of annoying. What was um
I just like watching her because I think she's a good
I was
actress. I don't really love where she's at, but like I just like watching her.
I was kind of mad. So yeah, she saw Neil or whatever. Remember Neil had to go to the hospital after that, like the first meeting with her or whatever, they were hanging out.
Hmm.
And then she's like, "Oh, you like saved his life and let's have breakfast." And then like she saw Don and
She's still
yeah.
like hung up on Dawn. She loves her some Dawn.
Well, that's what she remembers. And Neil doesn't help anything. Like he gets so angry and jealous. I'm like, it's I get it's
It,
frustrating, but
yeah,
it's
it's
how it is.
misogynistic. It's
Yeah,
very 80s.
yeah, you got to deal with it, dude. Oh yeah, and he rips his wedding ring off. He's like, "Here, are you happy now? I took my wedding ring off." And I'm like, "Oh God,
You're like boo hoo.
man, men." I like when Bowen Roman was telling Bo about how Anna was like escaping in the morning. And Bo was like, typical Hannah. That made me laugh. That's just how she is. They were together for like 6 months. You even know her?
I
Like,
was gonna say that. Like they make it sound like Bo knows Anna from like
right,
back
right.
in the day.
I mean, because as far as we know, like Roman and Bo didn't really get along, right? Or maybe I
Yeah,
don't
and
know.
Bo
Or
went
they,
to the Merchant Marines, so he was gone for years before,
right.
probably before he met Anna.
that's all that happened.
Yeah, I mean, it was only 4 episodes, so.
Yeah, but a lot happened in these 4 episodes. Like, except for the Doug stuff, because I feel like that was like the majority of everything.
And they're leaving the show soon. They leave in March.
Yeah, I remember you did tell me that, and I see how it's gonna happen. I'm assuming they're gonna be like, oh, Doug has to recover, and then they're gonna be out.
Um, you might be right. I don't really remember what the reason was.
Yeah.
um,
So does Stefano come back this year?
yes.
Okay.
I
I
think
was
towards the
guessing.
end. I think towards the end of the year he comes.
Oh wow.
Mm,
So they're talking about him pretty early to be.
no, he might come back for May sweeps, and then
Okay,
again
good.
at the end of the year. He was very much like they would bring him back for like a villain story arc, and then kill him or write him out. Back then, he would
Right.
like come in for a few months and leave. Um, yeah, I think he might be in the spring for like the culmination of like the serial killer storyline.
Okay.
Unless I'm thinking about the fall. I'm not really sure. Because Megan Hathaway also comes this year. So Stefano's definitely
Yes.
coming back.
I did see that the Days thing on Twitter posted that. I think it's in June, I want to say, but I can't
Hmm.
remember. Um,
And I don't know if it was on purpose. It could have been. But they've mentioned Megan in the past. Like Bo's mentioned that he had this girlfriend.
yes,
And they
I do
mentioned
remember
her
that.
name. I think he said her name was Megan.
So
Um,
I didn't know. I didn't know that they like I knew they were like I thought they were like high school sweethearts or whatever from um before, but I didn't know it was before Hope. I always thought it was kind of around the same time. I didn't know that it was before
so
he
yeah,
was with her.
the original story is that he and Megan were high school sweethearts, but then James Riley rewrote history and he made it like Bo and Hope have been in love since they were kids.
Right, right. Which is probably why I didn't know about Doug's heart attack or any of that stuff. 'Cause
Hmm. Like
I
they
don't know. I
made it
guess
so
the
like
one,
I guess that Bo and Hope are the same age and they grew up together and that they've always had like been in love.
right.
So,
Yeah, I had no idea these beginnings, so it's cool to see.
all right, you have anything else to add before we wrap this up?
No, I don't.
All right, well, it was a nice start to 1984. I can't wait to watch some more. Hope Liz gets her
Mm.
memory back soon because it's driving me crazy.
February sweeps.
Hope
Probably February
I don't want to
sweeps.
wait till February. As always, you can find us on all the socials at Queers and Soaps. And until next time, have a great night. Bye.
Bye.